In order to subscribe for my channel, please click here or click here. Please like, share, and comments on my videos and channel. Thank you. Hey guys, this is Gaurav. Welcome to SaaS with ServiceNow. This is our follow-up session of ServiceNow Service Catalog Training. Before I start, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Gaurav Tripathi. I have 9.5 years of experience in IT with 6.5 years of experience in ServiceNow, Architect Solutions, and Project Delivery. In this session, we are going to talk about catalog. So what are we going to learn? We are going to learn what is catalog, setting up a catalog form, and then multiple catalogs. I will also show you a quick example that how you create a catalog in ServiceNow under Service Catalog application. What is catalog? Catalog is a page where user can see different services for different categories and request those items. It's a section to onboard different items for request. So in your organization, if you have different departments or different business units where they provide different kind of services for end users, maybe for access, maybe for data request, maybe for reporting request, maybe onboarding of employees from HR team, maybe onboarding of a server, maybe if I want to request for a virtual server. All these requests, if I would have a proper catalog, then it will be really easy for the end users to request for those different items. Because if you are working on in any organization, and in order to tell you that what all services your organizations provide for internal customers or internal employees, then how would you know that? So catalog will be the best place to onboard those services, so that as an end user I can just go to that catalog and just see what all items, what all things I can request from organization's catalog. So as you can see, I have mentioned the multiple service catalogs enable your organization to offer different sets of services to different teams within organization, such as IT services, human resources, and facilities management. So it's something that you have different departments, and if you want to host or create different catalogs for different teams, that also you can do. So maybe there's a catalog where you can also only see IT services. There must be a catalog where you can onboard just human resources, HR services. There can be a catalog where you can just see all financial services. So it's totally depend on you, the kind of strategy you have for catalog creation. Now, in order to explain you that what exactly this catalog is and how exactly it looks like for the end users, I have just created a kind of a structure in order to show you. And that is, like you can see, this is the service catalog. So as an end user, when I will enter into the catalog, so this will be my service catalog of any organization you are working with. So what I will see some top categories. So it can be IT, HR, finance, legal. They can be different categories because that will help me. Because if I will see 50 services in the list, then I might get confused and I have to search for the request I need to request. So that is not something user friendly. So what we do, you can put up the high level categories for different business units. So as you have put in like IT, HR, then the customer will click or the end user will click on that particular category. So if I have a request related to IT, and if I click on IT, then under IT, I have different requests like laptop request, charger request, Adobe install, request mobile, request roaming, request wireless mouse. So these are the requests which are provided by this IT category. I can click on any one, for example, laptop request. So that is like I am an end user and I will click on that laptop request that I want to request for a new laptop. Once you will click on that laptop request, you will find a really good end user form where you can put some like data. It will ask you to fill some fields. Some might automatically be populated as per your details existed in the system, and some fields which are required like from as an input from your end. Like you can see requested for, it might happen that you request that request for somebody else, not for you. And you can also put the justification. Now the fields which I'm talking about, it will vary as per the different forms. So it's not static. It's not something like it will be similar for every form. It will definitely be dynamic as per the forms, as per the kind of request you have for the end users. Once you submit the request, then this goes as a execution plan basically. So it goes to the procurement team, then it goes to the IT team. Now they have different roles and responsibilities. So when you submit the request, it creates different tasks to the different teams. So if you remember, we learned about the execution plan, execution tasks. That is what you follow here. That when you submit a request, there might be an execution plan for that particular request, which will follow, and then it will assign the task to the different team members. Maybe it is parallelly, maybe one by one. That depends on the kind of request. So this is the service catalog setup. So first you decide that what kind of services you want to host. That is the first important thing. So if you have a catalog, you will create a new catalog where you want to put a lot of services. So you will decide what kind of services I really want to put on this catalog. And the next thing is what all catalog items. Now, catalog items are like the requesting services. They are the services which you want to provide. If you remember, we talked about request laptop, request wireless mouse. Those are all catalog items. Then we talked about categories. So you must populate the categories as well so that users can understand better. And then we have variables. So if I talk about in service catalog language, variables are similarly like user inputs. They are like the input fields in which user can fill, or it can be automatically populated. So whenever you listen about variables in service catalog or in ServiceNow, these are not variable as a JavaScript variable. These are the variables specifically for service catalog where user can provide input. That's what it has. It's similar to one field or one section. That is what variable is. But we will understand in more details in my later sections. Then we have create homepage and customize catalog layout. Once you are done with deciding of the services, deciding of the categories, then items, and then variables, so you are done with the form layout and everything, then you will then you will work on the homepage layout. That means what kind of placement you want for different categories, different services. You have to customize that layout as well. Once you are done with that layout, then you have to focus on defining request fulfillment process. That means, and that is something which I talked about, execution plan and execution task, that what will be your fulfillment process, because laptop request would have different process. It might go to 5 teams. Now there can be another like a wireless mouse. It might go just directly to IT team because they have that available in their repository, in their storage. They have already those kind of hardware. But if there are some process which might take more time, which might take like a long process, then that will be definitely different. So that dependent totally on request fulfillment process, and that you have to define for each catalog item, that how the request management process will flow. Catalog form. Now, in order to create different catalogs, you can ServiceNow provides you a module where you can create different catalogs. So the catalog form you can see on the screen, it has different fields where you can create different catalogs. You can also add items, categories, and you can also reference portal pages and the sites. So if I start with the fields, the first field we has is technical catalog, which says like a title. So the field we have is title, where you can mention the name of the catalog. It's up to you, but it should be as per your organization's alignment. If you have different departments, for example IT or finance, and if you want to name those catalog as per the departments, then you can also do that. That's totally depend on your personal requirement. The next is manager, where it says manager of the catalog. If you remember, we talked about this roles in our previous section, where catalog manager is also one of the role. So this is the field where you can select the catalog manager who will manage this catalog. And the next we have editors. We also talked about the same roles. These are the editors, so who can edit this catalog. That is what you can select here. You can select the users. These are the those are the editors. Then this is the scope of the catalog. This is something to just to active and inactive. It is a standard, I think, a standard field on most of the ServiceNow form. Then we have description of the catalog. It's just a description where you can describe that what kind of catalog it is that you can mention over here. This is the background color of the catalog. So if you want to put any color for the catalog, you can mention here. This is the desktop image. This is really important because when user will click, they might see in your catalog, if you have multiple catalogs, and they might see this desktop image. Whatever image you will mention here, they can see these images. Then we have catalog homepage. Now this is something you can mention the location to direct service catalog users when they click catalog home button. Now on every catalog there is a button called catalog home button. If user will click, now where exactly you want users to route, in that case you can mention that URL. You can just mention the base URL, not the complete ServiceNow URL. You can just mention the slash and then whatever page you have you want users to route to that particular page, you can mention over here. Then we have location to direct service catalog users when they click the continue shopping button. And this is the continue shopping page. So if you have a continue shopping page where users can request for some other items as well, in that case, you can mention that page here. Now, then we have related list. In the related list, you can see we have 4 related lists. The first list we have is catalog items. Now, as I talked about, the catalog items are the requesting services which user will request. So under this catalog, so catalog is just a front end. Now you have to put the services under that catalog. So here you can select the catalog items. Whatever items you have created, you can create those items. So ServiceNow developers can create those items and add into this catalog. Then we have categories. Now under this catalog, you can also put a lot of categories you want as per the services. Under maybe you have a IT service catalog. Even under IT service catalog, you might have different high level categories, maybe for a communication team, maybe for service management team, maybe for any different teams, maybe infrastructure teams. In that case, you can provide different categories as well and put those catalog items under those categories so that user can click on that category and go and see all those items under those categories. Then we have portal pages. Portal pages, they are available for that particular catalog basically. So whatever catalog you are creating, and if you have a portal pages and you want to make this catalog available for this particular portal page, then you can add that portal page here so that people can also see, users can also see those catalogs on that particular portal. And then we have sites. Now this is for CMS site. So if you remember, ServiceNow initially had content management system, that is CMS, but now they have service portal. They have totally transformed their content management. They have come up with this Angular JS and now they have this portal. But this is for legacy, that is content management systems. Whatever sites you have, if you want to refer those sites in with this catalog, then you can mention those sites here. Multiple catalog. As I mentioned, you can create multiple catalogs. So as per your department, it's up to you. You can see on the screen, out of the box, we have service catalog and technical catalog. Now these catalogs can be added in a catalog module. So we have a module where you can see in ServiceNow and you can see multiple catalogs. So let me show you this multiple catalogs in my personal developer instance so that you can understand better. This is my personal developer instance. Now under service catalog application, if you will click catalogs, there you can see multiple catalogs. You can see we have the service catalog. If I click this catalog, I can see all these items. Now these are categories basically. And if I click on hardware, then I can see all the items under hardware category. So if I go back to catalogs, this is technical catalog. If I click here, now this is out of the box. So I have this services VM provisioning. If I click on services, so as of now under services category, I just have one catalog item, that is VM provisioning. That is what I have. Now the next module we have under service catalog application is catalog. Now this is something routing directly to the main catalog you have, and that is service catalog. You can also route users if you want to create multiple catalogs. As an example, if I go under self-service, because if users will submit the request, they should see all these catalogs under self-service, because idle users can request for other modules because they can see if they have access, but self-service is the best option where self-service options can be added, self-service modules can be added. So under self-service, you can see I have this service catalog. If I click this service catalog, I will see similar kind of catalog which you are seeing under service catalog. So you might create multiple catalogs as per your requirement. So if I go to service catalog again, and I will make my screen a little bit bigger, so you can see I have this my catalogs under catalog definition. If I click on my catalogs, this will show me all the catalogs created where I am the manager or I am the editor. That's what it will show. But if I click on maintain catalogs, here it will show me the list of catalogs which have been created in this particular instance. Now technical catalog and service catalog, they are out of the box. But let's try to create a new catalog as per the fields which we talked about. So if I click on create new, and I will just click here, demo catalog. If you want, you can put the manager as well, and I will put system administrator. So it is not allowing me to search. So as of now, you can see I can only select these people. And what is the reason behind it? Because only these people have this role. If you remember, we talked about catalog manager, and that's the reason. So you cannot select anyone here. The people who would have that roles, they can be added here. And same goes to editors as well. There's a different role, that is catalog editors, and they have a different roles. So I can show you. If I go to roles, under roles, if I select, if I search for catalog, you can see I have catalog admin, I have catalog editor, I have catalog manager. These are major roles basically. And then I have catalog, it just access to the service catalog requests. So that is what I have. So you can have catalog manager, catalog editors. Now here I have the description. So I will just put test. This is the background color right now, it's white. So let's make it red. So I have shown here as red as well. It says desktop image. We are not putting any desktop image right now, and I'm going to save this. Once I have saved this, I will go and see if I can add some new items. Here I have to create new categories. So I will select categories like demo. Let's try to just submit for now. It is just a new category. So I have this category. Now under this category, I can add items as well. So if I go here, as of now, I can't add. And the reason behind it, because I do not have any catalog item for this category. So I can go back to my catalog, service catalog. So it's maintain catalogs. I have this demo catalog, and if I go here, catalogs, I can add some sections. So you can see I have this catalogs, and you can see I have this red color. So this is the background color of the catalog. I can add this, and I can do add here. So I have added this. So I have added this catalog, and it has the background color as well. So if I click here, now this is editable to me, but this will not be editable for the people who don't have access to edit. So if you will make it available for end users, they will not be able to add these catalogs. It's up to you, if because you are designing it. And if I go to under self-service, if I click here, now I am the administrator. I can click here to add anything, but if I will impersonate as, let's try to see Abraham Lincoln. If I click his service catalog, you can see I'm not getting that plus button. So whatever you are showing, that is what I'm seeing here. So you can definitely customize the catalog. So administrators then can definitely customize the catalogs as per the requirement of your organization. So thanks for watching my video. Have a great day.